The full horror moment in action. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. The full horror moment occurs when you learn something about the narcissist's behavior, which is akin to somebody grabbing you by the hair and thrusting your face into a vat of ice-cold water. It might cause you to think, I'm dealing with a narcissist, but more usually, it causes you to suddenly think to yourself, I'm dealing with someone awful, or I'm dealing with an abuser, or this person isn't the person I thought that I knew. There is this sudden moment of clarity whereby the behavior of the narcissist, even though you don't know that that's what they are, is suddenly pin sharp and clear to you. You realize that this person is horrible, abusive, that they truly are not the person that you thought they were. There are lots of different full horror moments. A common one relates to the discovery of infidelity. Learning that that person has been repeatedly cheating on you with somebody else or many other people. But there are lots of different full horror moments that can occur. And if you'd like to learn more about that, I would encourage you to watch my video, The Full Horror Moment. And also in the comments, you're able to read about some of the experiences of other viewers vis-a-vis the full horror moment. The full horror moment doesn't necessarily cause the individual to get out of the relationship, but it does stand a possibility of causing that to be, as for a moment, the fog of emotional thinking recedes, albeit momentarily, as you see this person in a completely different light. It doesn't last, however. The presence and strength of emotional thinking causes the fog to roll back in, but it does provide a moment of opportunity for an individual to escape the narcissist and implement a no-contact regime. More usually, although the person is horrified as a consequence of what they've learned, they remain in situ with the narcissist as they seek to understand why the narcissist has behaved in the way that they have that constitutes the full horror moment. They want to understand, why did you cheat with that person? The emotional thinking corrupts their truth seeker trait. Why was I not good enough? Why did you want to spend time with that person? Why didn't you tell me this piece of information? The emotional thinking gets hold of that truth seeker trait and squeezes it hard to compel the victim to remain in situ by asking questions of the narcissist to try and find out the whys, the whats and the wherefores. Rather than depart, the strength of the emotional thinking keeps that victim in place. And thus, as they continue to interact with the narcissist, the emotional fog generated by emotional thinking rolls back in. You're now going to see an example of a full horror moment in action. And it's a continuance of the conversation that was taking place between the narcissist Jeremy, and his intimate partner, primary source. An argument, or rather a monologue, had been taking place between the two. This continues, but it then leads to a particular revelation that the victim had no awareness of, and thus amounts to a full horror moment for her. What is it? Well, watch on, and you'll see.
Oh, I love you, but here I'm behind the back. I'm trying to fucking kill you.
I'm not trying to kill you.
This right here, sending money to my kid. I used to do this every month. Send money to my child. Every single month. After about 3 years of doing this, I finally want to go see him. I want to see him. I want to fucking see him. Oh, well, you know, you'll have to talk to my mother. Well, put her on the phone. I'm coming to see him. Jeremy, you cannot come here. You are not allowed here. If you come here, you will go to jail. Well, ma'am, I've been sending money for the last 3 years to see my son. And it's on record that that's my son. And I'm coming to see him. Jeremy, I'm telling you that if you come here, you're going to go to jail. And she hung up on me. That was it. And I had to debate. This is Big Mama. This is not no. She doesn't give a fuck about me. You know, she'll do exactly what she says she will do. You know, do I really want to go down there in a different state and try this shit, no, I'm good. You know? So I just quit talking. Quit sending money. Quit talking to him. All that shit. You know, just quit altogether. You know? I talked to Devin one time about it. He asked me, why didn't you come see me? I tried. That PlayStation you're playing on, I bought that. The TV you're playing on, I bought that. Those video games you got, I bought that. Those brand new fucking Jordans you got, I bought those. I bought all that, buddy. Right? And I tried to come see you and your grandma will not let me. That's why he's here now. I can go see me anytime I want. I know exactly where he's at. Only reason I don't, right? It's because I just don't want to rock his world. As a father that loves his children, I don't want to fucking interrupt his life. And I know that if I come into it, it will interrupt it. It will break it. People are going to start going this way, going that way. Crazy stuff's going to happen to him and around him that he won't understand. And I'm, as a father, not willing to do that to him. I'll wait for him to come to me. And it's just a matter of time. And how do I know this? Because I was that kid. I tracked my mother down. It took me 2 years to find my mother. Because I didn't want to have to go through this. I don't want to have to talk about this. You know? It bothers me.
It's part of our life.
It's a part of my life.
You have a kid. I have kids with you. We have children. They have brothers.
They do have brothers.
You lied to me.
I didn't lie to you.
You did lie to me. You lied. You said I was the only one.
Whatever. So whatever, man. Right? I don't want to fucking relive the fact that my kids got taken.
Well, tell me.
Let someone come take your kids and then let's replay it every day.
So you would have let it replay when he's old enough and comes to the door, knocks on the door, and then let me know?
That's how you would have found out, yeah.
That's so evil.
That's not evil. Right? It's my son. He has nothing to do with you. Nothing.
The fact that you lied.
I don't care.
We are married.
Right? I don't care. Right? I don't care about none of that. Right? I chose not to tell you because why? It wasn't going to make a difference. And what you said right there at the beginning made it, sealed it up. Or I would have told you.
I didn't say anything at the beginning. What did I say?
Said something about kids, man. That you know, if like if I had kids, you wouldn't talk to me.
No, I didn't.
There you have the footage. Now let's break it down. The narcissist mimics people talking. Oh, I love you, but here behind your back I'm trying to fucking kill you. Exhibiting his paranoia again. The victim protests, I'm not trying to kill you. This right here, sending money to my kid. I used to do this every month. Send money to my child every single month. Triangulation. After about 3 years of doing this, I finally want to go see him. I want to see him. I want to fucking see him. The narcissist then thinks back to a conversation about his son with his ex-girlfriend and her mother. So he then talks it through. Jeremy's ex, oh, well, you know you'll have to talk to my mother. Jeremy, well, put her on the phone. I'm coming to see him. The mother of Jeremy's ex, Jeremy, you cannot come here. You are not allowed here. If you come here, you'll go to jail. Jeremy, well, man, I've been sending money for the last 3 years to see my son, and it's on record that that's my son, and I'm coming to see him. The mother of Jeremy's ex states, Jeremy, I'm telling you that if you come here, you're going to go to jail. So he recalls that conversation, which is bringing up the past and triangulation, and then states, then she hung up on me, and that was it. And I had to debate. This is Big Mama, referring to his ex's mother. She doesn't give a fuck about me. You know, she really does what she says she will do. Do I really want to go down there in a different state and try this shit? No, I'm good. You know, so I just quit talking. I quit sending money, quit talking to him, all that shit. Notice that there is a failure to maintain his parental duties towards this child, and that he blame shifts by suggesting the reason he's done this is because of his ex's mum. He didn't think, oh, I should try and keep this up, notwithstanding what she said to me. He just jettisons. Thus demonstrates he has no emotional empathy, that he has no accountability for his behaviours. You know, so I just quit talking, quit sending money, quit talking to him, all that shit. You know, I just quit altogether. I talked to Devin, which I think is the son, one time about it. He asked me, why didn't you come and see me? I said, I tried. That PlayStation you're playing on, I bought that. Triangulation. That TV you're playing on, I bought that. Those computer games you got, I bought that. Those brand new fucking Jordans you got, I bought those. I bought all that, buddy. I tried to come and see you and your grandmother wouldn't let me. That may well be accurate, but it's blame shifting. And if he did want to see his son so desperately, why didn't he use the court process to do so? As I've explained elsewhere, that when it comes to the narcissist and children, you can test the resolve of the narcissist in the first instance, so long as you don't prejudice your potential rights in any pending court case, by not allowing the narcissist to see the children, thus making it easier for your no-contact regime. And you will then see what the response is of the narcissist. Some narcissists do nothing. They walk away because it's too much like hard work, and their narcissism causes them to focus elsewhere. In other instances, they will bellyache but do nothing, and therefore you have managed to propel the narcissist to stay away from you, and they don't do anything with regard to the children. In some instances, of course, the narcissist will then go through the court process, and you have to deal with that. But it's worth testing their resolve in the first instance, so long as it doesn't prejudice your position, by refusing access. Here, that has been prevented by the grandmother, and look what the response was. That he gave up, that he quit trying to talk to his son, that he had no desire to continue to fight to see him. And of course, now he triangulates his current partner with his supposed good behaviour of buying all of those things. But he's just demonstrating that he's the one that's bought them. He then goes on, that's why he's here now. I can go see him any time I want. I know exactly where he's at. Grandiosity. The only reason I don't write is because I just don't want to rock his world. As a father who loves his children, although obviously he doesn't, I don't want to fucking interrupt his life, false compassion. And I know that if I come into it, it will interrupt it. It will break him. He's going to start going this way, going that way. Crazy stuff is going to happen to him and around him that he won't understand. And as a father, I don't want to do that to him. Here, of course, the narcissist's narcissism is causing him to believe that he's doing the right thing by having nothing to do with him. In essence, it's making an excuse for his failure to be a father, rather than think, I have obligations and duties as a father, thereby I should involve myself with this child, irrespective of what the impact might be. And indeed, there may well be positive impacts rather than negative ones. The narcissism causes him to think, don't bother with the child. All you're going to do is enter his world and cause problems for him. Thus, he's convinced to give up. I'll wait for him to come to me, and that's just a matter of time. And how do I know this? Because I was that kid. I tracked my mother down. It took me 2 years to find my mother. Now, all of this is a major revelation to his intimate partner primary source, because she then whispers, why didn't you tell me? He replies, because I didn't want to have to do this. I didn't want to talk about this. You know, it bothers me. Nullification of threat to control. The victim continues, it's a part of our life, and you have a kid. I have kids with you. We have children. They have brothers. The realization of the fact that the children that she has with this man have half-brothers that they don't know about, that she didn't know about. The narcissist confirms they do have brothers. You lied to me, she states, challenge fuel. I didn't lie to you. You did lie to me. You lied. You said I was the only one. Whatever, says the narcissist. So whatever, man. Dismissiveness. Right? I don't want to fucking relive the fact that my kids got taken. Victim mentality. Immediately deflecting from the fact that he has lied about the existence of his children to his current partner. Not only not mentioning them, but actively stating that he, in effect, didn't have any because she was the only woman that he'd had children with. He then makes it all about him by saying, oh, I don't want to bring up this trauma that I experience. Well, tell me, insists the victim. The narcissist says, let someone come take your kids and then let's replay it every day. Pity play. So you would have let it replay when he's old enough and comes to the door and knocks on the door and then let me know, she says incredulously. That's how you would have found out, yeah. Lack of emotional empathy. That's so evil. It's not evil-like. It's my son. He's nothing to do with you, nothing. The victim, the fact that you lied, we're married. Narcissist, I don't care. I don't care, right? I don't care about none of that, right? I chose not to tell you because why? It wasn't going to make a difference. At least that's what he thinks. And what you said right there at the beginning made it sealed it up. I was helping you. Notice the grandiosity, and this is quite common with the narcissist. I've done something terrible, which you're very much alarmed by, disturbed by, shocked by, but you shouldn't be because I was actually helping you. You need to see that. I didn't say anything at the beginning, states the victim. Yeah, you did. What did I say? Said something about kids, man, like if I had kids, you wouldn't talk to me or something like that. Revision of history. No, I didn't. And thus, there's an example of a full horror moment. That the wife of this man suddenly finds out that he's got children elsewhere that she not only didn't know about, but that he positively led her to believe that he didn't have. A major event to learn that her children have brothers, that her husband has had children elsewhere, and didn't tell her. Of course, his reaction is dismissive. He does not see the problem with what he's done because his narcissism won't allow him to do so. And the fact that he lied at the beginning was driven by his narcissism, the fact that he maintained the lie throughout the relationship, and that now he only makes mention of it with regard to his own pity and own circumstances, and then when she expresses concern about it, he simply dismisses it, demonstrating that, as always, when it comes to the full horror moment, the narcissist simply doesn't care about how it impacts upon you. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for watching.